once you have taken that stuff and then you stop taking it because you want to go back to your normal weight, your whole endocrine system gets fucked up. This is the problem with juicers. Generally, they're doing it with some kind of supplement, some kind of either steroids or something that juices up your endocrine system. They are the truth. But I don't think, well, here, let me use what I know for an example, and MMA. So then they started implementing, so then the UFC starts getting sanctioned by athletic commissions, and they test day of the fight. It's like, were you intelligent enough to cycle off right before the fight with the right kind of steroids so that on the weigh-in day when you get tested, you don't test positive? Ensign told me that on his Pride contract, it said in all capital letters, we do not test for steroids. Like they I had a friend who fought in Japan. They encouraged him to take steroids.
And it's like, I don't.
Well, there's a few fighters in MMA that when steroids started being tested for, their body shrunk, and then their power went away. I mean, there's so many stories in MMA where you see fighters' physiques just deflate, and what the clear was a steroid that was undetectable. There's definitely people doing it now, but the way the UFC works now, first they brought in USADA. Now they have a company called Drug Free Sport that does the same thing, and they just show up and test you.
Go with it though, cause I ain't never ever really did anything when it come to cheating. So
But if you go, and this is again not casting any disparaging remarks about Roy, who's one of the greatest of all time. But if you went back to the Ruiz fight, do you think they were testing him? There was no VADA testing back then. I don't think that. Look, that was always a thing about Manny. Like people always said that about Manny.
Only reason why it was believable though, cause I never.
He went up 8 weight classes.
I'd never seen that in my life.
There's no record of it being part of any independent year-round USADA VADA scheme like we see today. Alistair Overeem is the greatest example in MMA of a guy who, when he was on the juice, he was unstoppable. And then when they started doing USADA testing, he looked completely different. He started his career as a light heavyweight. So he started his career as a 205-pound guy who was thin and skinny. So that's the difference between how he was when he was juicing versus how he was. You see the difference? But, I mean, when that guy was fully jacked up and juiced, man, he was almost unstoppable. Because, again, like, if they had, who knows what a lot of fighters' legacies would be if they were testing them at every step along the way. So with MMA, it was the Wild West for a long time.